What is going on, everybody? It's Jada Black here, of course, with another video. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this article, man. It was originally on CNN. I couldn't really find it, but I guess it's according to pix11.com, which could be CNN. A man messed around with somebody else's wife and is now paying $8.8 million. Let me tell you, side dude, something, man. When you are a multi-millionaire or a man with a lot of money and resources and you're messing around with somebody else's wife, especially in North Carolina, you're going to have to pay up. Now, on to the article. In many states, there's no punishment for adultery. But in North Carolina, it can be a serious offense, as one man came to realize last Thursday. A judge ordered Francisco Huzar, that's how he said, the third, to pay $8.8 million to Keith King, whose wife he had been seeing for 16 months. Why so much? Well, most of the money awarded consisted of punitive damages solely meant to penalize the defendant, which they mean they wanted to punish him. But about $2.2 million of it was basically in compensation or tangible damages or compensatory. King's attorney, Joanne Foyle, said that after finding out about the ongoing infidelity of his wife, L0SES, his company, lost all revenue and an employee, his wife. The pair eventually separated. King filed the suit on grounds of criminal conversation, alienation of affection, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and assault and battery. How the affair played out. Swords and Huzar, I'm assuming that's how it, listen, if it's said differently, I know y'all gonna tell me in the comment section. I'm gonna say Huzar met at a bike show in 2015, a little more than 5 years after she and her husband got married. Swords, who previously went by Danielle King, was in New York to see a bike show put on by her husband's company, King BMX Stunt Shows. Huzar, a Texas resident, was working at the event. Huzar pursued Swords, Foyle wrote in an email to CNN. In the following months, Huzar positioned himself near Swords when he could. He rented a room down the street from the King household. When King treated his wife to a spa day, Huzar joined her. When King treated his wife to a trip for her birthday, he stayed in a nearby hotel. So this guy was in full pursuit of this man's wife. And this is why I believe he is paying so much money, because it looked like every detail he made sure he was right where she was. What I want to know is this. She must have told him where she was going. In order for him to be where she's gonna be, she must have contacted him and told him where she was gonna be. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like it was a mutual situation when they met. I think it was mutual. And then he just made sure that he was everywhere she was. You know? King first noticed inappropriate text between the pair. Later, Swords recorded a video of an altercation between King and Huzar. Huzar allegedly put King in a chokehold after he became irate, which prompted an assault and battery charge. Swords did not respond to CNN's attempt to contact her. King provided call logs, hotel receipts, and social media posts to the court as evidence. Huzar's attorney, Sherry Patrick, claimed her client did not break up their marriage because it was already in decline, but she was still already in a relationship. They were already in a relationship. Okay. We can't just say, well, the relationship was declining. When a woman catches a man stepping out with another woman, can he use the excuse of the relationship was declining in order to get out of paying support? Nah, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it just seemed to me that, again, I think the whole situation was mutual. I think they mutually pursued each other. I don't think it was a situation where this guy was just, because what it seemed to me is like she enjoyed the attention that she got from this guy. I believe she enjoyed it. And she made sure that wherever she went, he was, because I don't think she respects her husband. I don't think that this particular woman here, put a picture over here, I don't think she respects her husband at all. And the thing is this, okay? You don't want to be with your husband anymore. Now, in this picture, her husband is with the yellow cap and the boyfriend is there with the shades on, okay? And this is her, all right? So this is the people involved in this situation. Okay, the situation that she could have stopped from getting worse, but she didn't. And now that's why the boyfriend is in so much trouble, And listen, man, I say this to a lot of guys, man, if you want to leave, then leave. Why would you stay in a situation that you don't want to be in? You don't want to be with this guy anymore. Okay? And instead of you saying, you know what, I've been married to this guy for 5 years, but I'm done. None of that. You're basically using this guy. You're comfortable and you're messing around with this other guy. And now he's going to have to pay big time because you helped in this whole situation. You informed him where you and your husband were going to be and made this situation worse than it needed to be. And I truly believe that this guy, Francisco, he's probably done this before. Some guys, they like dealing with women who are married already. They like to pursue married women. And then I believe this is why they handed out this harsh ruling. Verdicts like this ignore realities of how and why marriages fail and remove personal responsibility for a person's own marriage, she said. There are no winners in these cases. Patrick and Huzar will appeal the decision. But let me just say this. So the guy has to pay up, but the woman pays nothing in this situation. The woman pays nothing. That's very interesting. In North Carolina, it is legal for a person to sue an individual his or her spouse has engaged with outside of the relationship, referred to as alienation of affection. If anybody knows about the singer Fantasia, she was sued by her then boyfriend's ex-wife, I believe, and I believe she actually won, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Alienation affection laws exist in 5 other states: Hawaii, Mississippi, Alienation of affection laws exist in 5 other states: Hawaii, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Dakota, and Utah. Another charge brought against Huzar was criminal conversation, which refers to extramarital acts. The charges were able to stand because there was no proof that the two were unhappy before Swords embarked on her affair. Additionally, there was proof that Huzar came between the couple. Again, it's because at the time, I believe she was just going along with it. And maybe she was happy, but she met somebody who pursued her. Maybe there were men who weren't pursuing her. They were, this guy, Francisco, I'm looking at his name. He could have an accent. The dude's from Texas. I believe they're from North Carolina. He put that game on her. He put that, that maybe that Latino game on her. Who knows? Man, King said he tried to save his marriage because of his daughter, but then learned about the state's adultery laws. My marriage was ended. It was destroyed, King told the publication. The state statute that defines marital misconduct as a variety of things aside from activities including spending a large amount of a spouse's income, drinking or doing drugs excessively, and going to jail or prison causing involuntary separation. The judge can rule based on a wide interpretations of the law. For example, the person outside the marriage does not have to intentionally aim to destroy it if that person could have known his or her actions would have an impact. That is enough a basis to find them guilty. This is the situation she put herself in, man. Let's see. In 2011, Betty Devon was ordered to pay $30 million to Carol Puyar, the ex-wife of Daniel Puyar, after an affair. These names, sheesh. But again, you guys, listen, don't be this guy. Don't be the guy to pursue a married woman and end up having to pay $8.8 million. Now, I don't know if the guy has that type of money. I don't know what his net worth is. Obviously, he has it if he's being sued for it and they award it, you know? And it seemed to me that maybe the biggest loser in this situation, you would think the guy is the biggest loser, because I'm telling you, don't be this guy. But the biggest loser is honestly, I feel like the guy who basically came between this couple, got with this woman. But again, a woman is not going nobody can make a woman do what she doesn't already want to do. She wanted to leave her husband. She probably was tired of dealing with him. She was tired of being married. She wanted some excitement, and she got it. And this guy, Francisco, is the one who's going to have to pay for her excitement. If you want to see the full audio cast, make sure you go to the description box, click the link, and go over there and watch it. And you can also download the show as well.